record. There we go. Now I'm recording. Yay. So this is going to be Tuesday, August 11th. I'm recording this for at least to give you guys some idea what's going on. For those of you watching the home version of it, it's not going to be a very long one. I just need to do the little introductory beginning stuff because then we're going to get into kids talking about themselves. And I don't want to embarrass them by putting them on YouTube, but I don't mind embarrassing myself or embarrassing my daughters. So one thing I wanted to cover real quick is I was going through and grading a lot of the small world slides as apparently directions are hard to follow, and turning things in on Canvas is tough for some of you. Tomorrow, those of you who have still not turned in this assignment, I am going to be going through and individually asking each one of you, why is it not turned in? Not to be mean to you, but because my question is going to be, do you not know how to get the PowerPoint to work? Do you not know how to turn it in on Canvas? Are you just lazy and not wanting to do it? Just so I have some idea. Because if you did the homework, but you just can't figure out how to turn it in on Canvas, I don't want to be mean to you. If you're just lazy, well, that's a different issue and we'll deal with that differently. So if you are having issues after I explain this, please contact me, either email, remind, or something, and I'm more than happy to help you. If you're trying to get it done, but you're just struggling to get it done, I'm happy to help you. But tomorrow, my goal is to go through, and anyone who does not have it, I'm going to try and ask you to figure out what the particular issue might be. So let me walk you guys through the directions real quick. There are two different assignments you should have turned in. Both are turned in on Canvas. One is a video. One should either be a PowerPoint slide, or I had a bunch of kids do a screenshot of the PowerPoint slide, which is fine for this one. Although also realize eventually you need to know how to turn in a PowerPoint, because you're going to have to do that on a lot of your other classes. Know how to turn in an actual assignment, saving it to your iPad, saving it to whatever it is, OneNote, something like that, something where you can save it and turn it in. This first one was a pretty easy one as practice, but you have to know how to do this. For my class, if we start doing it and you realize that you have done it wrong, fix it and resubmit it. So if we go through them here in a moment and you realize that you did yours all scraboobery, change whatever you scraboobered and then resubmit it, and I will grade your fixed one, and that is absolutely fine with me. I said patchouli. There you go. In order to work on PowerPoint, you have to have PowerPoint downloaded. If you don't have PowerPoint downloaded, you can't work on it. I had a bunch of kids who are struggling to work on it, and it turned out that they had never downloaded it. If you have a school iPad, it comes with PowerPoint downloaded. If not, then you need to go on to the App Store and download PowerPoint, or you'll never be able to get any far with it. All right. So when you do it, here's how you're going to turn in an assignment for me. Sorry, it's on my tongue. You're going to find where it says assignments on the left-hand side of the screen. And then, let's see, you go to clicky on assignment, making sure you guys can see my PowerPoint right now, right? Nodding of heads, making sure that I'm, all right, want to make sure I wasn't messing things up. And then small world slide, or whatever the particular assignment is, click on that particular assignment and you'll be good to go. Although realize those of you who are putting your phone numbers in there to contact each other, you've now given me your phone number. And so, no, I don't believe your chat pops up on YouTube. It should be safe for that. But I keep all the chat, so now I have a record of your phone numbers, so I could creepily call you.
Guys, FYI, he said he's going to upload this to YouTube, so when you're posting your phone number, it's going to the whole web, so
No, when I record it, I don't believe the chat pops up, so you should be safe. It should just record the other thing. So
I
can
pop up,
but not all the YouTube people. Or I could be wrong, and maybe you're going to get random calls from other kids, and we'll just say that's educational. Anyway,
watch it pop up.
Find the assignment that you are wanting to do. Using you again, Drew. Find the assignment that you're wanting to turn in. Click on that. It brings up the new screen. If you don't know how to download it in order to work on it, hold your finger on it until all of a sudden it'll pop up with a new option that says open in PowerPoint or download. Do whichever one you want to. Then when you're ready to submit, well, then you have to save it. I have a bunch of kids who turned this assignment in and it's completely blank. It is just a blank screen because apparently you forgot to save it before you turned it in. If you don't save it, I get a blank homework assignment and that gets you a 0 and a grumpy face. And you have to redo it.
What do you mean by, save it?
So by saving it, when you're done working on it, you have to actually like click in the top left-hand corner of PowerPoint or whatever it is and go to where it says like save file and save it to your iPad, or you're going to save it to the OneNote, but you have to save it somewhere. You can't just straight up do it. So that's the thing that a lot of people seem to mess up. Then when you are ready to turn it in, you scroll down, it says choose file, click on choose file, find your file wherever it's saved on your thing, and then submit, and you're good. So that's how you submit on Canvas, because apparently some kids were having issues. I wanted to put this on YouTube for the people who are still having issues, so now they know how to do it. And apparently if all of a sudden, if chat does pop up, they also know how to now creepily contact you, but that's your own issue. So questions about any of that, my tongue, before I go to the next thing, assuming we're all good, here is the next thing I have for you. I am now going to take anyone who feels brave. You are going to get a chance to volunteer. If you volunteer, you get to then, like I did, walk through it and tell us your information. Tell us your adjectives, tell us what your hobbies are and stuff like that. If you do that, then you get extra credit. Instead of getting a 10 out of 10, you get an 11 out of 10. So you get to start my class with an A++++. I see you, Parker. I'm not completely ignoring you yet. I know you're trying to volunteer. So those of you who feel brave and you are ready to do it, one, you have to make sure you've submitted it. If you've not submitted it, I can't bring it up on Canvas. So it has to be submitted. Also, tomorrow, if it's not submitted, then no, I'm going to stop the presentations before we go on there. So I'll be stopping it in just a second. Your presentations won't be on there. That might be a level of cringe that you're not ready for. But I will tell you, if it's not turned in by tomorrow, then that's what I'll be asking you, why is it not turned in for you? So those of you watching the home version, that's all you need. You don't get to watch the kids go because that would be all kinds of mean. I'm not that horrible